Okay, let's take a quick look at some Microsoft 365 usage reporting. Now, I already have my Microsoft 365 little trial tenant open. And to access reporting, I'm going to come down here to reports, click my drop down, and you're going to see a couple of things here. So the adoption score, this will show you how well people are adopting, how many people in your organization are adopting and using the Microsoft 365 tools. And so you can go through and see who's using what and how many people are. And so this is primarily for you to track and make sure that what the people are actually using the tools that you've provided for them. The other thing we can look at is our usage right here. And this is going to show us our Microsoft usage, 365 usage. It's going to default to 30 for the past 30 days. Right here, I can change that to the past 7 days, the past 30 days, 90, or 180. If I hover over one of these here, so Microsoft 365 apps, it hides everything else and highlights that for me. If I come to, let's say, Exchange, then it'll hide the Microsoft 365 apps and it'll show me the Exchange. I can also, so this will let me view it by product. I can also do it by day by hovering over here, and it will tell me how many users I had for each of those every day. If I scroll down, this is going to give me my active users for 365 services, my email activity, Viva Insights, Microsoft 365 usage analytics, which we haven't activated yet. If I want to see more about that, I can click view more here. I can also come over here and click on some of these headers. So this will show me my email activity, my email app usage, my mailbox usage, and my EWS usage. Okay. One thing I want to show you here is that the usernames by default are blanked out. You can see a code designator for it, but it doesn't show you the users by default. We'll talk about that in a minute. So on any of these reports, again, I can hover over and explore more things about each of these reports, highlight specific information, export the report, scroll down to see extra reports if they have them. And I've got that for Exchange and for Microsoft 365, which I don't have anything there to display. Okay. So this will let me see, and as users use more and more tools, and I'm going to have more valid data, but since this is a trial account, it's just me playing with it, you're not going to see a whole lot. So on a live tenant, you would actually get to see a lot more useful information. But I do want to show you one other thing here. Now that you've seen how we can kind of navigate around and look at our usage reports, there is a way that we can display the user names that are associated with it. This becomes really helpful for things like mailbox usage. So my users, what's their item count, what's their storage in megabytes, and then are they over their quota? And so if I've got people over their quota, probably be a useful idea to find out who they are and not just that code, right? So here's how we'll access that. I'm going to expand this and I'm going to go to settings and org settings. So this will be my organizational settings. I'm going to scroll down till I find reports. And for reports, I've got this checkbox by default: display concealed user group and site names in all reports. Sometimes you may not want to see that, sometimes you may. If we want to see that, like say we're looking at quota usage or something like that, I can uncheck that and save. Then I'm going to close out of here and go back to my reports. So back to reports, and usage, and I want specifically Exchange, and I want to look at mailbox usage. And now I have the actual usernames. By the way, just something to be aware of, a lot of these columns, you can click on it, you can resize or sort by that particular column, either in ascending or descending order. So that becomes useful as well. Okay, handful of reports that Microsoft has made available to us that we can quickly and easily use to monitor our employees' usage of Microsoft 365.